Hey everybody, it's time for a little bit of show and tell from my shelves. I realize that I have displayed this in pretty much all of my videos, but I've never taken it down and actually talked about it. And it is this box set, Stephen King, the Bill Hodges Trilogy. So after Mr. Mercedes, Finders Keepers, and End of Watch were all published, Scribner went back and did this interesting box set. And the books all share this spine artwork, which is pretty much the entire point, and the entire draw of this box set, the smiley face with the jagged mouth, really cool, and the dripping or raining blood coming down. Really, really liked it when I first saw it. There's a barcode on the bottom. The list price is $90 US, which makes sense because each one of the books themselves has a list price of $30 to $35. So buying the set is probably a pretty good deal. Of course, I wouldn't pay 90 bucks for this ever. I think I paid $45 to $50 on Walmart's website for this a few years back, and it was packaged well and it arrived in good shape, and it's just a really interesting visual piece, and I've always really liked it. Another thing about the set, so the books share this matching spine artwork, which is different than on the first editions. Otherwise, the artwork is the same. There's Finders Keepers, and there is End of Watch. So the jackets were all specially reprinted for this collection. End of Watch, let's see. Yep, that's another difference. I said earlier that the $90 list price for the set was decent because the books themselves would each have a price of $30 to $35. Well, in fact, the books themselves do not have priced jackets, which makes sense because they were only available in this box set. So the jackets don't have prices. On the copyright page, you can see like End of Watch was the most recent one before the box set was released, and this is a 7th printing of End of Watch. Finders Keepers is a 4th printing, which is interesting. It's a little bit older of a title, but apparently not as big of a seller. And Mr. Mercedes was a 7th printing. So the books themselves are absolutely identical to the first printings. Scribner may have had the books kind of in stock in their warehouse, and all they had to do was print the new dust jackets with the special spine artwork, pop them together, and voila. So rather than having excess stock that they had a hard time moving, they printed some new dust jackets. They put the books together in a slipcase, which is, because this is a heavy thing with the 3 books, slipcase is nice quality. And then they released it as its own unique product with a $90 price tag, and they were able to move some additional books that they otherwise may not have been able to. But anyway, just in case you were curious, just in case you've noticed this in the background and wondered what it was, I wanted to take it down off the shelf and show it off and kind of talk about it. It's a pretty interesting piece. I really like the Bill Hodges Trilogy, and I really like this visual look, so I was happy to pick it up whenever I did a few years back for, it couldn't have been more than 50 bucks for the 3 brand new books and the box set. And the unique artwork, I thought that was a decent deal. I'm not 100% sure if this is still in print or available from any of the major retailers in a brand new sense, but it's no doubt available on eBay or from resellers. Your mileage will vary depending on your feelings about the set, your initial reaction to the artwork, but I would still say that 50 to 60 bucks for a brand new one of these is a solid deal. I don't think I would ever pay $90 for this, but you might feel differently for yourself, and that is perfectly fine. But anyway, just a little something something, kind of a show and tell video, and there it is. The Bill Hodges Trilogy box set from Scribner. Thanks as always to channel sponsor Thomas over at StephenKingCollector.com, and thanks to you, the viewers, for your support and your comments and your questions and your subscribing and all of the things. I really, really appreciate it. And until next time, take care of yourselves, and I will talk to you later. Bye.
And now a word about our sponsor.
So this channel focuses on the core Stephen King bibliography, all of the major releases, some of the minor releases and kind of oddball things, and the limited editions of those books that have come out along the way. But did you know there's an entire world of items that Stephen King has been affiliated with over his long career, but that are outside his core bibliography? He's written introductions to books by other authors and even signed his name to some limited editions by other authors. There's even been a guitar, the Cujo guitar, that was released that had a Cujo theme and Stephen King signature. We're talking dozens of items outside the scope of what we will be talking about on this channel, or at least have plans to talk about at this time. But you can find the entire list, all this information, over at StephenKingCollector.com. Click on the tab Other Editions, and here you see the entire list of these oddball, kind of off-the-wall releases. Titles with clickable links, you can click, you can go in. Thomas is building out these pages, adding the information as he gets it. Titles that don't have clickable links, the clickable links are coming. This is a work in progress. But just when you thought you knew everything there was to know about Stephen King collecting, there's the Other Editions tab. Very, very interesting stuff. I highly recommend that you go in, take a look around, check it out, and you'll be surprised, I think, by some of the things that have come out over the years. Whether you're interested in collecting these items or not, simply reading about them, learning more about them can be a lot of fun. So go on over to the collector and check it out.